Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is finally April and it feels like it too because it's been raining these past few days. You know, the weather hasn't really been that good, but it's okay because April showers bring May flowers. So I'm excited to bloom with the rest of the flowers in spring. In today's video, I'm gonna be meal prepping for my man. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to get a ring on this finger. I'm gonna be making these egg muffins that he can quickly eat in the morning before he has to go to work. And yeah, we're definitely gonna keep it simple today because after the last video, I just want calm vibes. Okay, before we get into it, I wanna have my cup of tea. And I'm choosing tea over coffee today because as I told you in my first video, I'm a tea person. So let's spill some. So let me tell you the tea about me and my man a little bit. So we've been together now for a little over 3 years and it's been great. We have a really good, healthy relationship and he's like my best friend. Can't forget the honey. But yeah, he's a really great guy and I'm so grateful. Okay, now let's start prepping our ingredients. And let me get one thing straight here. I'm doing this because I want to. Cooking is just a hobby of mine that I like to do. My mom is the best cook I know. I learned from her. So I would definitely like to share my talent with my family. Does that make sense? Okay, so for these muffins, we're gonna be using 1 onion. Look how cute little baby onion. We've got 2 little itty bitty peppers. I would recommend for you to add more. I just don't have at the moment. And then we just have some spinach. This recipe is super simple, super easy, and it's one of those things that you could just throw in the freezer and when you're ready to eat it in the morning, you pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds, it's ready, you eat it, and then you're out the door. Bam! I try to meal prep when I can. It's hard when I don't have a plan, so if I plan it on Sunday, then the week's gonna go great with meal prepping. I'm not gonna have to wonder what am I gonna eat later, you know? It just makes life a little bit easier. That's the thing with planning, like you have to plan stuff, otherwise it's not gonna get done. I feel like cooking is such a great way to show appreciation. I love putting my heart into what I'm cooking. And who doesn't love food, you know? It always tastes better when you didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna love these. He better. You know what? I'm a strong girl. I can handle an onion. I would say I'm a fairly good cook. I just thought about last week. Guys, I swear that never happens to me, but everybody makes mistakes. And I didn't even realize it. It's so funny because I was just standing there wondering why it was smoking. Okay, our onions are ready. We're just gonna put them to the side. I feel like in the morning, you definitely don't want to be cooking. You just want to wake up as late as you can to still make it on time for work. I don't know if that's just me, but I really try to be a morning person, but I'm just not. And that's okay. But it also depends on when I go to sleep. So if I go to bed by 9 or 10, then I'm a morning person. Then I could do it. I'm ready to get the day started. I'm ready to hit the ground running. But if I'm going to bed at 11 and then waking up at 7, oh no. You best believe I'm gonna be tired. Again, I need like 9 hours of sleep. Is that normal? I think it is normal. I think society has made it normal to stay up all night. But like, it is kind of normal. My eyes are tearing up. I'm not even cutting the onions anymore. What? I would definitely say my boyfriend is a morning person. I don't know how he does it, but he can go to bed at 2 in the morning, wake up at 6, and he is ready. I don't know what it is. And he doesn't really drink coffee. I kind of introduced him to tea, so now he's a tea person. He's adapted to my lifestyle. He is so inspirational. I think it's just mindset. Because if you wake up and you're like, I'm tired, then you're gonna be tired. But if you wake up and you're like, I'm ready, then everything's gonna go your way. I feel like me and my boyfriend really balance each other out. Yes, we have a lot of similarities, but we also have a lot of differences. And honestly, I think that's good because men and women are supposed to be different. I feel like so many people forget that. It's okay to be different. I forgot, I'm also gonna add a tomato. And I already put the pan on the heat, so it's warming up as we dice. I think it's crazy how people don't like tomatoes. I also can't believe that tomato is a fruit because it acts like such a vegetable. All right, now that we have everything prepped, we're gonna go ahead and start cooking. All right, so we're gonna start with the spinach because we want these to cool down so we can squeeze the juice out of them because we don't want our egg muffins to be soggy. Unless you like a soggy egg muffin. Also, I keep calling them muffins, but they're not actually muffins. They're just shaped as muffins, so yeah. All right, let's start with the spinach. I feel like spinach is the biggest scam because how does it go from one entire bag to like a cup? I'm gonna throw the rest of what's in here because we don't let food go to waste. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and season them just a tiny bit because they're already salty. I'm just gonna use some garlic powder. All right, so now that our spinach looks like this, we can go ahead and set it aside. And now we can just set this aside to cool off because we're gonna squeeze it later. After the spinach is all done, we can go ahead and put our onions. We're gonna go ahead and saute our onions. Okay, our onions are looking really nice and golden. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw in our peppers. After 2 minutes, you could just throw in your tomatoes. Now we're gonna go ahead and season everything. I'm just using a little bit of everything. Can't forget the smoked pap. Oh yeah, this is looking so good. I could eat this by itself. Wait, you know what? I'm feeling a little crazy. I'm gonna throw in some tomato paste. Perfect. Once this is ready, you can go ahead and set it to the side and let it cool off. Okay, everything's ready. Now let's squeeze out the spinach juice. Because we don't want our eggs to be soggy. Okay, our sides are ready. Now for the fun part. You're gonna grab a big bowl and 12 eggs. Yes, you heard right, 12 eggs. I know, it's a little crazy, but it's worth it. Crack these all open in the bowl. Love that. Now we're gonna add in some cottage cheese. I think it's so funny how cottage cheese is becoming more and more popular nowadays. Everyone loves it. Everyone's using it for like all of their recipes. I'm using a lot, by the way. Extra protein. I have eaten this stuff my whole life. Like growing up, even like my mom makes it from scratch. So I remember a few years ago, I was telling my friends, I was like, guys, I know this is gonna be a hot take, but cottage cheese with honey low-key slaps. And they were like, ew, gross. But now who's laughing because it's all over TikTok and everyone's obsessed. Especially now that the Slavic community is getting more love. Like, yeah. I've been known this, but... And then you can go ahead and add in all of our sides. Oh, yes. I'm also gonna add just a little touch of milk. So yeah, give this a good mix, and then you should have something like this concoction. It's like a spell, but it's not a curse. It's a love potion. Aww. Okay, we have our mixture. Now we're gonna use a little cupcake tray. If you don't have a cupcake tray, you can just use a regular flat one and just cut them into little rectangles. Now we're just gonna top it off with some cheese. They're ready. Oh! Oh my god. These are insane. They look really big, but they're gonna settle down. See, they're already kind of settling down. Now that they're out of the oven, you just want to let them sit and chill.
All of you! Daddy, chill.
Okay guys, it's time for a taste test. It is a little brown on the bottom, so I cooked these for about 24 minutes. I would do 20 to 22 minutes, and I baked them at 350. They still look really good. So good. He's gonna love them. The best thing with these is that you could throw them in the freezer, and if you want to unfreeze them for the next day, you could just put them in the regular fridge, and then they're ready for you in the morning. You throw them in the microwave for 30 seconds, and that's it. So these will definitely save you a lot of time, and they're delicious. And for even more protein, you can always throw in some bacon or turkey bacon, whatever you guys want. And listen, I know these eggs are not gonna get me a ring on this finger, but it's probably gonna get me a thank you. And you know what? That's all I need for today. So you're welcome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.